Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Podcast for a Wednesday, the 1st of November. You know what that means here in southeastern Michigan. It already snowed last night. Welcome to the podcast. Podcast brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding, powered by CMG Home Loans, NMLS number 1820. So today we have with us one of our top loan originators in the entire country, number one in 99th percentile, right? Or top 1% of all loan originators, Mr. John Kolb. Morning, John. Also joining us this morning, host of the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, heard every Saturday morning for the last 23 years on 97.1 FM, Mr. Harvey Free. Good morning, Harv.
Hey, good morning, Harry and John.
Good. Listen, guys. And also the podcast, as always, is produced and directed by Roberto O'Shane. He's in the booth looking good. But everybody, listen, we're going to have a short podcast. We're going to have a short podcast today based on the current market, just an update on what's going on in the current market for everybody around the world. In Scotland, I know you're listening. In Ireland, I know you're listening because I played golf with you guys, and I know you listen to the podcast. In any event, around the country is not specific to what we have going on in southeastern Michigan. And we talk about it all the time. You got to be specific to your market. So no matter where you are, it's specific to you. So update on the current market, home prices are still going up. They are not going down. And specifically in our market, there is still that lack of inventory. And if you wait to buy a home, what's going to happen is you're going to miss out not only owning a home this year, but prices and mortgage interest rates are going to continue to go up. Now, I'm going to go to John Kolb because we're going to talk about rates. John, you and I, it's our favorite subject. We don't agree that the Fed is doing the right thing. However, John, I'm going to put it to you this way. The Fed could pause this week in raising rates. There's a 50% shot because a couple Fed governors came out and said there's no need to raise the rates anymore. But if the Federal Reserve Chair decides he's going to go ahead and take it up 25 basis points, I think that'll be it. Now, last but not least, John, if he doesn't raise, if the Fed, he and they don't raise rates, that will signify an end. Because, John, you know as well as I do, going into 2024, they're not going to raise the rates.
I was just getting my speakers and microphone going on these new fancy computers that we got, thanks to Harry Glantz. But I think I caught my favorite subject, the Fed, their just ass backwards way of doing things. And yes, Harry, I agree that if there is a pause on this most recent increase, that I think it'll be perpetual and that we might not see any more increases into 2024. And then hopefully start to see some decreases down the road. But, that's all going to be based upon inflation levels and where everything goes, but if we do see an increase out of nowhere, I think the market's already built a lot of that already in. So I don't think we're going to see an increase in rates regardless. So, but yeah, I agree that Fed doing things, a little bit backwards. Hopefully they're starting to listen to the common folk out there that know what's going on. Harv, what do we got on the horizon for the radio show this coming Saturday? I know Harry's got a couple different conversations going, so I just wanted to interlude. What do we got? I know Becky's got some people.
Sherry Gramlich is coming on. Actually, Sherry's a VA specialist, one of Becky's ladies downriver.
That's the veterans show, correct?
This is usually a veterans guided show, a little bit more for the veterans zero down. We're going to be touching on zero down programs, down payment assistance, and what it takes to get you into a house, which is really, really becoming more important as we're right at that window today, November 1st, carrying us all the way through January. This is that 2-month window that we've been excited about. We're telling some buyers out there's a few homes on the market. If they fit your needs, if they check a lot of the boxes, you really want to make your offer and get prepared for home ownership.
Yeah, sorry about that cough. I apologize.
You didn't hit your cough button. The radio cough button.
John, let's get it out of the way right now in front of everybody. I'm the old guy in the room. I appreciate that. But John Kolb, ladies and gentlemen, is turning 50 this month. We have to get that out for all our podcast listeners. This is the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Podcast. Harvey Free, I want to go over a couple things with you, my man. we are not seeing a reduction in home buyers out there, Harvey. The market is still very fluid here in southeastern Michigan. Whatever houses are on the market, they're selling. There is no delay right now. We don't see a delay. And Harvey, that's very obvious because supply and demand, right? Nice houses go on the market, they get bought up within a matter of days, maybe a week, right?
We were told that the ages of the population now is just going to generate a lot of home sales. So yeah, no shortage of buyers out there, but the home shortage is definitely still prevalent out there. It'd be nicer to see a 3 to 6 month supply. Of course, we're looking at about a 1.5 month supply of homes out there. If the house has been on the market for 2 to 3 weeks with very little action, again, that's your house. That's the one that you might be able to make a deal on. You might be able to get it at current market value. Again, check the comparable sales in the neighborhood. The knowledge that you gain that will give you all the confidence to make that offer in today's market. And that's truly what it is getting that lender on board and start building that knowledge bank. As one of my first-time buyers I was talking to this morning, he really feels the same way. They're first-time home buyers buying a new construction. So they have a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things that they want to know about and time frames and things like that. But I think, John Kolb, if we could just go over that again. November, again, you got Thanksgiving. We just got through Halloween yesterday. The weather's colder in the Midwest. We'll talk about Michigan specifically. But there's that 2-month window where if you're really not in the home buying, you're thinking about it, you might not dive in until after January. So the more serious buyers right now have that little window of opportunity.
That's awesome, Harv.
I just got a call yesterday, Harv, about that. And I told the client the same thing because he's living in his parents' house with his wife, and they want to be out by January. And I told them that they have a real good opportunity here when people are going to stop looking, but houses are still on the market, to jump on something and get a really good deal. And they're looking in the area, my area over there by Royal Oak, Madison Heights, Clawson. So they've got a real good opportunity to get into something.
Well, and that's it. That's exactly right, John. If people wait till next year, there's going to be more competition. And you know what happens when more competition comes into play? Overbidding, multiple offers, insanity will prevail. And that's what happens. But right now is a great time to buy. Every property I ever bought was in the fall to the winter, much to my wife's chagrin. But bottom line is that there was less competition out there. Granted, it was different times. John, it was horse and buggy days. Yes, it was.
But cobblestone streets.
Cobblestone streets. That's nice. But yeah, but I say the bottom line is that you have to have the wherewithal to be able to afford a property. You just don't want to jump in. And this is consumer advocacy advice here. It goes like this: buy a house when you can afford it, right? Don't try to put a square peg in a round hole. Make sure you can afford it. Give us a call, 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 248-569-7283 for people locally, or 1-800-3-LOW-RATE if you're out of state. We'll do the math for you. We do not charge. We will not take your credit card. We don't run it through. Other lenders will want to take what we call hostage deposit money. Don't fall for that trick, Harvey. Come on, let's go. We've been only doing this for 34 years. So don't give anybody any money, right?
Yeah, keep your money in your pocket. Here, you can be completely approved with us. There's no money. We can start really breaking it down. You can put yourself in a position so that your offer is just like a cash offer. And again, the reason why this window of opportunity also helps so many families is you can buy it the old-fashioned way. You can buy the home the old-fashioned way, which means you can do a home inspection within 5 to 7 business days, allowing yourself time to learn about the functionality of the house, learning about, is there something seriously wrong with it that I might want to negotiate a lower price or maybe some seller's concessions to get the house fixed. We had the home warranty person on a few weeks ago talking about the quality of the home, and then the insurance companies too. The insurance companies I've spoken to, the insurance costs have gone up a little bit. And one of the reasons is across the country, so many families, instead of getting those items fixed, again, a leaking hot water heater, I might even have that issue at home today now, or something with the furnace, or something with the structure, or the downspouts, or even the foundation. These are things that could be addressed for a small amount of money, but if left aside where people don't want to address the issue becomes even worse and more costly.
Well, that's why, Harvey, we always say never waive an inspection. Please don't waive a home inspection. It's the biggest purchase of your life. Don't waive a $500 or a $750 home inspection. It's just not worth it. Also, John Kolb, I'm going to go to you for last words. Harvey, you'll get last words in. Make sure you tell everybody about the guest on the show this weekend. We'll all be there. John Kolb, what do you got?
Hey, you know what? Like, I listen to this podcast, listen to the radio show that we host on Saturday mornings, 9 to 10 on 97.1 FM. Got a lot of good advice. The news is out there. You know, I'm not going to say they're misleading you. They're just trying to scare you. And, you know, sometimes their message is a couple weeks old. We're more up to date. We're going to have more info for you. Once again, our information is free, like Harry likes to point out. And we're going to make sure that we get you the right advice for your specific situation. The news is talking generalities. We are talking specifics. So get with us. Let us figure it out for you.
Appreciate that. Harvey Freed.
Yeah, there's no doubt real estate's regional. It could be even more local than you ever could imagine. But you read the different information out there across all the articles here. Home prices hit record highs in most the top 7 cities nationally. What we're seeing here, if you want to get a house in today's marketplace, give us a call at the office. Really get yourself prepared. Learn as much of the vocabulary. We'll break down the figures for you and explain how your payment works and down payment requirements. Again, there's so many opportunities out there. Down payment assistance has been really the thing that's gotten a lot of people excited. I wish I knew about maybe getting $10,000 from the state of Michigan a long time ago. Although you have to pay it back, it's money that you keep in your pocket, and most families are going to keep their house to 3 to 5 years. So if you do plan on home ownership, find out all the things you can do to really make it a successful purchase for you and your family.
And our guest on the show this weekend, Harvey, is Sherry Gramlich. She's a veteran. We specialize in VA loans. She's been on the show before. Remember, you can't thank our veterans enough. I know that we all have family members that served, and my son-in-law is still serving. So we appreciate all the vets that protect us from whatever's going on in the world. This has been the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Podcast, brought to you by CMG Home Loans, NMLS number 1820. For Roberto Beauchesne in the booth, our producer director, for John Kolb, Harvey Freed, this is Harry Glanz, and we'll see you soon.